how many years have people been getting wrongfully taxed?
That started in 2005, 2006.
Tonight, a Call Kurtis investigation. Top officials with Sac Metro Fire wrongly took $3 million from local taxpayers, and now they say they have no intention to return nearly half of the money that they never should have collected in the first place. Good evening, I'm Sam Shane.
And I'm Shannon Brady. A Sac Metro Fire blames a clerical error for 3,800 property owners getting charged a fire protection fee on their property tax bills.
We call on Curtis Ming right now with more on these fire officials and how they plan to keep a lot of the money that they took wrongly from taxpayers.
Well, we've learned Sac Metro Fire doesn't plan to return more than $1 million it never should have collected. Why? They claim legally they can't. But is that true?
Andy Payne just got a check from Sac Metro Fire for 4 years worth of fire protection fees she never should have been charged.
A $400 check in your mailbox is awesome.
She and thousands of her neighbors got this letter late last year where Metro Fire apologizes, telling people they could collect up to $400 for 4 years of fees. But what this letter doesn't mention, the agency's clerical error that caused people to wrongfully get taxed happened way back in 2005.
You're ignoring the fact that there's 4 years that you still took money from us.
We've learned since 2005, Sac Metro Fire erroneously collected more than $3 million in Slough House fire protection fees, tied to 3,841 properties in this area of Rancho Cordova, out of its district. So Andy and her neighbors like Michael Derritt want to know why all that money is not being returned.
They told me that legally they only have to pay me for the 4 years.
Why are you only going back 4 years?
Per legal counsel, the limitation on that was 4 years that we could refund.
Our investigation uncovered of the $3 million collected, Metro Fire doesn't plan to return $1.3 million. That's 44% of the money. Deputy Chief Chris Holbrook says his agency wants to refund all the money, but he says California tax code won't allow it.
So you're telling me you can't legally return money that you never should have taken in the first place?
That is, according to legal counsel, the statute of limitations is 4 years.
What do you think of that argument?
I don't think that's quite true.
We asked law professor John Sims to look at the statute Metro Fire is quoting. He says under this particular law, the courts cannot force Metro Fire to pay back taxes collected beyond 4 years.
That's not the same thing as saying that they're not allowed to pay.
So legally, they could hide behind this statute, but morally, they have every opportunity to pay this money back.
I believe so. They just apparently don't want to.
Taxpayer advocate John Kupal doesn't think what Metro Fire is doing is right.
In any situation where a tax has been collected illegally, that money should go back to the taxpayers.
But Metro Fire is standing by the amount it's refunding.
We absolutely feel that we did that within the confines of the California tax code.
Conveniently, that means some money is going to be kept.
I don't necessarily buy into conveniently. I think that it's unfortunate.
It's not really unfortunate for them if it's their choice not to make the payments back.
It's disheartening.
Michael Derritt says he's out $100. For Andy, it's at least $300, realizing they may not win in court. They think Sac Metro Fire is cheating them by hiding behind the law.
We're the little man, and we don't want to be taken advantage of, especially by the fire district.
This mistake was caught last year during an audit. We're told the person who made that mistake has since retired. So far, Metro Fire says around 1,400 people have applied for refunds, and those impacted do have to apply. Now, we've got the form on our website. You could also give them a call. Taxpayer advocate John Kupal thinks the district should offer tax credits to those not getting full refunds.
So this really seems to stink. So how did it go undetected for so long?
Well, they obviously didn't have checks and balance in place, but they say they do now, and they will do many more audits. They didn't do them before.
Curtis, this is just despicable. I mean, the whole notion in America that our government can come in and take our tax money wrongly and then not give it back to us is just un-American, it seems. I mean, is there anything that any of these people can do? Do they have any recourse?
Well, you could attempt to take them to court, but these people probably won't win because the statute of limitations is 4 years, which means you can't go and try to collect money that you paid beyond 4 years ago.
That's awful. It's just awful. Great piece.
Thank you.
Good
All right,
work.
if there's something you want us to investigate, let us know about it. You call our hotline Monday through Friday, 916-374-1343, or you could always go to our website. That is cbssacramento.com. Click on Call Kurtis and fill out our form.